Holy shit, I just sent it to the floor. Oh my god, guys, I'm driving a Type R, check it out. Oh, that is different. But that's actually impressive. That's actually impressive. I thought it'd be worse. So, this is now my truck. So welcome to the channel. So that's the King Ranch, right? 2006. And then you go from that to that's when it's what we've never. Yeah, I got all the pictures going on. Oh my god, the flutter. Well, everyone, it's January 1st, 2025. And last year was quite the year for me, I will say. It was a very tough year for me, emotionally. And I'll explain all that here in a second, but I just want to at least make note, right, that even though last year was very tough and very hard on me, I don't look at that as a bad thing whatsoever. It really taught me a lot about myself, my strengths, my weaknesses. I learned, I think the most important thing for sure, by far, that I learned last year was what I needed to work on that I didn't really fully realize I needed to work on until last year. Now, the context of this is I was in a very toxic relationship with someone. It didn't go well at all, and you know, when you're in the moment and you're trying your best, but things aren't going well in a relationship, you know, especially when you're blinded, right, by feelings and such, you don't fully see the whole picture of things. Like you don't fully understand, well, what actions are you doing that are causing things to be a little bit harder. One thing that I just realized like recently was the actions that, you know, how I was in the relationship that made things harder. And let me tell you something, you know, self-reflection is a very uncomfortable feeling. It's not fun at all to self-reflect and to realize like, hey, you know, some stuff I didn't help things at all and made things worse. And that's a very tough thing to do. But, you know, it's so beneficial. And that's the thing. It's tough to do, but man, is it so rewarding. And I learned a lot about myself from this relationship. And you know what? I'm proud to say that not only did I realize the things that I struggle with, I have actually taken the leap to actually fix those things. Because I realized that if I know I have a problem with some things and I struggle with some things, like, you know, getting jealous too easily, and, you know, keep in mind the dynamics of the relationship did trigger me to kind of be this way, but that doesn't necessarily really matter. You know, there was wounds, you know, and childhood things that came back and just made things a lot harder, you know, for the other person. And once I realized that, like, okay, you know, I need to work on these things, I pretty quickly snapped into action, and I'm now actually in therapy, which I freaking love it. You know, therapy is huge. You know, right now I'm just doing online appointments until I get like a Saturday off, where I can schedule my own. You know, I can schedule my own days, by the way, because I am now a supervisor at my job. I'll get to that later. But you know, now I can take any days off I want, really, and all I have to do now is schedule a Saturday off and meet with my wonderful therapist named Dawn in person. For now, we're just doing it online on the computer, a video call, which still works, but I still want to see her in person. But man, therapy it's such an amazing experience, and still, it's uncomfortable, because there are times where, like, we're talking, and she will tell me, like, hey, like, you know, what you did was, you know, kind of a red flag. You know, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And, you know, I'm fully open to change. Like, I don't want to be, you know, a flawed person in a relationship. Of course not. You know, I have issues because of some things, You know, there are some childhood things that, you know, made me a bit unhealthy in certain ways, and I'm fully accepting of that, and I want to change. And so I'm super proud of myself for the fact that I'm paying $100 for less than an hour for 50 minutes of therapy every Sunday, so that way I can fix things about myself. And you know, I hate to toot my own horn, but I at least want to give myself that. You know, I'm not perfect by any means, but I am working on things, and I love that. Now, I did mention that I am a supervisor now, and it's true. I actually got promoted to be a manager at my job a month ago today, which is the first. Well, the first was my first day, should I say, of being manager. So I've been a manager for a month now at my job, and it's been stressful. I got thrown into supervisor at peak season, you know, because I work with mail, right? And so December, obviously, because of Christmas, is a crazy month. And it's been wild for me. I have been a little stressed out lately. But, you know, the relationship and stuff took a lot out of me. The breakup really, it destroyed me, because the way the breakup kind of happened was very confusing. And it was a lot, you know. I've never felt true heartbreak before until this relationship, but I'm not looking bad at that at all. I think I needed that experience. You know, you learn, you have to learn, and tough things in life, they happen for a reason, right? You know, there's a saying that I love to live by, and it's, valleys will teach you things mountaintops never will. All pain is gain, and I think that as long as you take the time to learn from those rough experiences, you're good. There's no waste. There's nothing bad in life. It's only character building experiences. I know this kind of sounds like I'm, you know, trying to inflate myself as some amazing person. I'm not, but I am proud of myself for you know, for some things. You know, I'm not perfect by any means, of course. I've never thought that. And, you know, when you go to therapy and you start to talk about your feelings, your side of things, and then, you know, that person's like, well, hold on a minute, like that thinking isn't really exactly right, you know. And it's like eye-opening. It's like, holy crap, like I didn't realize, you know. And I think all of us in life could use a reality check like that. And I'm enjoying therapy, as scary as it is sometimes. I'm enjoying therapy. Obviously, this video was not about that, but I'm just kind of talking over some things. You guys know this channel is built on inspiring people, you know, motivating, and being transparent. You know, I feel like YouTubers, not on purpose necessarily, but most YouTubers don't show like the bad part of their life, or like the not so fun part. All you see is the fun stuff, right? And so I feel like you get this false sense of like their life is amazing because of social media. Well, I don't like that, right? Because I believe that, you know, we should show, not that I'm famous by any means, of course, but like, you know, you watch my channel, you can see me doing all the fun stuff, but you don't see the behind the scenes of like how my life is. And I think that's a huge thing, you know. I think it's a huge deal to show like the ups and downs. You know, my life, just because I'm a YouTuber, I'm a very small one, obviously. I'm not a big one at all, but just because I make videos and I make money off of YouTube now, I got ads on my videos, doesn't mean that I'm living an amazing life. You know, I struggle like everyone else. And so I take pride in showing that, because I like to keep this channel like a community. We're all a community. You know, we're a family. We're all human beings. I'm no better than anyone. And I like to show that I have flaws too. And my life is not perfect by any means. I still sleep in my work truck a lot of days out of the week. So keep that one into perspective too. Besides all that stuff, right? Yes, I've been busy. Last year, and the reason I'm saying all this is because last year I've been a bit inactive. The relationship was mainly the big part of that. Plus, I was also, not to mention, my boss was out of work twice, and he still is out of work. From the second time, because of the accident, my boss has not come back to work in like, what, 10 months now? So, like, I've been working a lot more than usual. So between the relationship, being depressed, you know, no mental energy, strained, I'm burnt out, you know, and then my job, working a crap ton. Last year didn't go the way I wanted it to, but this is a whole new year. So, on a more positive note, right? What do we got planned? Well, I can't say in stone that we have, you know, this is going to happen this month, and this is going to happen this month. But I have goals. Luna, let's go look at Luna real quick, because she needs some love. Luna is bumperless. I didn't really talk about this yet. I don't think I really officially talked about this. She's bumperless because a landscaping company at my storage lot that she parks at, where all like my work trucks are parked, they hit her bumper and tore it off, which is fine because I had intentions to kind of do that anyway, to actually take off that bumper, buy a new one because it was already kind of messed up a little bit, and then get a bigger splitter. So pretty much the company did the job for me. They didn't hit anything else. They missed everything else. This is going to be replaced. They didn't touch the headlight at all. They nicked the crash bar, but they did not touch anything else vital at all. They literally did the job for me. They took off the bumper, and then they paid me a cash check for it. So they helped me. So she's been bumperless for like 2 months now. I haven't really had the want to really buy it yet because I've been focused with other things with my money. And so she's been chilling bumperless. I will say though, I do think Luna does look pretty good without a bumper though. She does look pretty mean. And by the way, for all the people that are like, oh, well, you should be faster that way, more airflow. That's not how that works. The drag is a lot more. You know, I already had the front bumper mesh cut out, so, you know, more air could get to the intercooler. But, you know, now there's just a ton more drag because there's no bumper. Trust me, guys, drive without a bumper, and you will be amazed when you feel the drag. I mean, she's still pretty quick, but my car is not faster because there's no bumper. That's kind of a myth, okay? You know, take it from me. I love aero. You guys can see, you know, all the cutouts and the big wing and stuff. This car is, you know, I'm an aero guy, okay? No bumper doesn't necessarily make you faster unless you have some crazy setup, okay? It slows me down. But we have a track day kind of planned within a couple months. This car has gone through some pretty big changes since the last track day. I think the biggest one is the tires. So these Bridgestone Potenza RE71RSs are insanely grippy. Oh my gosh, these are grippy. This car is the best probably handling it's ever been, obviously, because these new tires, a little bit wider of a tire and a much grippier tire. Okay, so we need to get back on the track really soon. While it's still cold out, it's still nice and chilly out here. It's going to be winter for a little bit, and I need to take advantage of that cool air. We can absolutely destroy our PB. We are going to next time I go out there, and I have to take advantage of that. I have to. We still have the Expedition. I still have all 4 of my cars at the time of this video. But I'm trying to sell the Expedition. I'm trying to sell the Expedition. I'm trying to sell my Firebird, and I'm actually trying to sell my truck. Yeah, I said that, my truck, the one that I bought in May. I've had that truck less than a year, and now it's already listed for sale. And you're probably like, Jesse, why? Like, what are you doing? Are you a used car lot? No, but I kind of realized something. My heart is with 3-row SUVs. I love 3-row SUVs, and so I'm gonna sell my truck, and I'm gonna buy an Expedition. But Jesse, you have one right there. What are you doing? Look, your logic is correct. However, I love this thing to death. I really do. However, I want the new tech. I'm looking at the same year, a 2018, 2019 Expedition that has all the features that my truck does, the massaging seats, the full sunroof, you know, and it's also, I'm going to get the long one, so I'm going to get the Max. This is the regular base. The Max is like another foot and something longer. And, oh look, check this out, a Subaru. It's one of my neighbors. And it's a lot newer, and it has a towing capacity of like 9,000 pounds with all the trailer braking and stuff. So it's a 3-row luxury SUV pretty much. And it's beautiful. It's a little bit more than my truck, so I'm trying to make this work. You know, I could find them for about 30 grand, the nice ones that I want. I'm looking at the Platinums. I know, people in the comments are gonna probably roast me because I already have one, but that's an 06. I want my EcoBoost new one, all right, newer one, so shut up. We have a lot, so, you know, between the fact that I'm trying to sell my truck, another track day, she needs a bumper, she's going to get that before the track day, obviously, the new bumper, and a bigger front splitter, okay? We have a lot planned, I would say. I'm trying to get all of my debt tackled, which is kind of ironic, because I'm trying to buy things, but also tackle my debt. I just bought another GoPro, which that's going to be in the next video. I'm going to do a sick video tonight after this where I put both the GoPros on the car. I bought the same GoPro. I have 2 GoPros now. They're both Hero 8 Black Editions. And they're not the most new ones, but they're still GoPro. Still a newer GoPro for 4K. and I'm gonna put both of them on the car tonight. We do have some stuff planned. I want to get back into this. You know, this year, 2025, I really just plan on it being a big year for self-development. So I'm gonna keep doing therapy, all right, because I like therapy. And we're going to keep working on the car. All right, I'm going to get back into it slowly. You know, now that I'm supervisor, I have a lot more on my plate. I mean, the mod list that I have for this thing, you know, stuff to do is nuts. You know, I need coilovers. You know, the bumper, bigger front splitter, under tray. You know, coilovers are the biggest thing for sure. But all the other little things, I need proper bucket seats, okay, with a harness bar, some kind of roll cage in the future. I want more power. It never ends, guys. Okay, this car is far from done. If you think this car is anywhere near done, you're fooling yourself. This is like, in general, for like what I have planned, this is like V2 or V3 of like V frickin' 10. Alright, this is tame compared to what I want. I want something that's making 500 to 600 wheel horsepower eventually, with aero that will make that look stupid, like as if it was nothing. I want a car that is gonna set track records, like at different tracks. Like I want to set, you know, not that I really plan on it, but like, you know how cool it would be to set the front wheel drive record at Laguna Seca on this car? Or far from that, but that's what I'm thinking. You know, like just stupidly fast 10th gen that like a lot of cars fear, and just setting front wheel drive records. That's where I want to be. And the first record I'm going for is the one at the firm. The firm, I believe it's a 118.1 is the front wheel drive track record at the firm. My PB is a 123.1. Now it's 5 seconds off, which is a lot, but I want you to keep in mind, I was on shot 615K plus tires, and it was 93 degrees outside, and I was still running 123s, low ones. And it was only my third time at the track, so, you know, I'm still learning how to really drive and be good. This car has a low 120 in it, and I can break into the 19s. I'm very sure of it. You know, with a better driver mod, and these better tires, maybe a little bit of a better aero and suspension setup, but this car can definitely pull it off. I'm going to go for that 118.1. It's going to be a while, but I'm going to chase that record in this car. And then once I beat that one, we're going to go other places eventually, and I want to set more records. 2025 is going to be an amazing year. I appreciate all of you for sticking around for 2024. I apologize for my lack of activeness, but we're going to make stuff happen next year. I think I'm going to end the video here. There's a lot more I could say. You know, I think the main message here of this video is 2024 was pretty rough, but that doesn't matter. I don't look at it that way. It was rough, but it was good. It was good for a lot of reasons. I came out of it bloodied up, battered, beaten, and it's like those movie scenes where, like, you know, walk out the fire like a badass. That's what I feel like. It's probably pretty cringy to say, but whatever. And I will say that we did achieve a lot. We bought the trailer. This thing towed the trailer 350 miles. Okay, you gotta remember this. This Expedition is badass. This thing towed that big trailer 350 plus miles from Miami. That was my first time towing a trailer, anything of that size. And this thing freaking did it. So props to the Expedition. Okay, we also bought the F-150 manager position now. I mean, we're doing it. So it was a great year. This is a new year. And I hope that maybe my struggles resonate with you guys. Maybe it was a rough year for you too. Maybe you're looking for hope. Well, I hope this is your frickin' video then, because we're here. And we're gonna kill this shit. So, I love you guys, alright? And I'm pretty excited. We have a lot of stuff planned. Hopefully I can pull it off. I'm doing my best. And Luna believes in you too. She looks kind of angry, but don't worry about that. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see y'all in the next one. And as always, stay freaking awesome.
There's a little bit of wisdom in anything. There's something to be gained from anything.